Good evening.
This meeting is being recorded.
Good evening, everyone. The best laid plans never work, but anyway, I am Debbie Duval, and I am a divisional stylist with Park Lane Jewelry, and I am here in Overland Park, Kansas. And just want to make sure everybody's on that can come on tonight. And I'm just here to share with you just a few things about Park Lane. The stylist that sent you here just wants you to hear a different perspective. Perhaps you're a hostess, and we love for all of our hostesses to get to hear all about the behind the scenes Park Lane and why it might be for them or someone they know, because you are our voices. You are the people that are out there that meet people, and we want you to know all about what Park Lane is all about and why we love it. So let me get started. I'm Debbie Duval, and I'm a divisional with Park Lane. Like I said, I've been with them just about 2.5 years, but I've been in the jewelry business for the last 13. I was in a company that collapsed or folded or closed its doors during COVID, and I was lucky enough to find Park Lane. And I do say that I love the company I was with all my heart, but Park Lane has opened so many more doors for me. It has just been a great, great company. It has a phenomenal business plan that has worked really well for me, and I felt very at home here in Park Lane. So let's find out why you're here tonight. Are you here because you need a few extra dollars to pay some unwanted bills or things that have crept up? Are you here because you suddenly have an extra car payment, one that wasn't initially in your budget? Those never are. Perhaps you're here to get rid of some extra debt, some student debt, credit card debt. Perhaps you have a very serious day job and you just need something that's fun and that you would like to do. Well, Park Lane can fill all of those needs. And I'm really here to tell you tonight that women need options in their life. I am not at the beginning stages of child rearing. When I started, my kids were going to college. I had been a stay-at-home mom and I loved it. I was a great stay-at-home mom. But as my children grew up and got ready to go to college, we were not ready financially for that to happen. And we were a little bit frightened, actually. So I went into direct sales and discovered that it was a great plan B. Plan B is kind of the code word for having options. And I think we as women need options more than men always, because we have families to raise. We have difficulties that arise within our lives, illnesses, people we have to take care of, community obligations that we have to take care of. And so even though we too may be working that full-time job, a lot of that responsibility sometimes falls upon the mom. And sometimes she's doing it alone with not a lot of assistance. So to understand and know that these kinds of jobs are out there for you and that could be a real help in your life is really important. And so I am here tonight, along with Park Lane, to show you that Park Lane could be the perfect answer. Whether you need to have just a little bit of extra income a month, a couple $100 to, I used to say, cover a car payment. We all know that that's not true anymore. But maybe you just need a couple $100 for kids' activities every month. Or maybe you really need some real substantial income because you've lost your full-time job. Park Lane can also fill those needs. It's a great, great company. And I feel that they have a superb business plan. They are 67 years old. When they started this company back in 1955, Shirley and Arthur were newlyweds. She was 16 years old, and I think he was like 19 or 20. And they moved into an apartment in Schaumburg, Illinois, in a 4-room apartment, and started Park Lane. Today, we are in about 10 countries, and we provide beautiful jewelry to all of our customers. And we support the lives of many stylists, some of whom are on here tonight, as well as we bring joy and beautiful jewelry into the homes of women all across America and all across the world. So it's been a fabulous journey. And the success of Arthur and Shirley's company, I feel, really stems back to when they first started the company. They only took 2% of the profits for themselves. They poured the other 98% of the profits back into the company. Now, some of you might say, well, that's a good business plan. When you start a company, that's exactly how you should work it. Well, it's now a 67-year-old company. The second and third generation have taken over the company back in the early 2000s. That is still how the company is run. When the sons of the original owners took over, they agreed to only take 2% of the profits and pour 98% of the profits back into the company. So that has been, to me, a real success of this company. But if you heard me say before that my other company folded during COVID, there were so many others that did. Companies that could be successful. They couldn't get shipments. They couldn't pivot and find the right business plan that would actually keep them successful. Now, remember, this kind of a business for a lot of us was strictly in person. 98% of my business, I went to people's homes, I went to businesses, we met at restaurants, but it was face to face, it was in person. Now, some of the jewelers had already started to do other things online and really use technology, but for many of us, it was still very much an in-person business. But when COVID hit and it shut everyone down, Park Lane was very, very smart. All the top people, all the top executives, all of their top stylists came to the field and said, we are going to show you how to pivot and how to turn your business into an online business. So they partnered with us. And at this point, I am just joining Park Lane. So I am learning it all. And I am so grateful for all that they offered to us, because they were working alongside of us to make sure that we were successful, because they're a very smart company. They know that their success is dependent upon our success. So they gave us the tools and taught us the trainings of how to use the different platforms. But more importantly, they also gave us the special deals that our customers get and promotions that not only go on a few times a year, that everybody waits for a special sale at Park Lane. We offer sales 365 days a year. So we are always able to offer great things to our customers. And we love that, because that really helps us attract new customers, keep our customers coming back, because we also show new jewelry almost weekly sometimes. We have some larger drops of jewelry, but weekly and monthly, we have several little things that pop in and out. And if you've learned Park Lane, you know that you have to be very quick on your feet sometimes to get some of those great deals. So Park Lane provided, and not only did they survive during COVID, COVID provided
Diet Coke. I asked for Coke. This is diet. Thank you.
Here.
Coke. I need Coke.
Okay, it's not letting me mute all. Okay. 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 There we go. I think we've got it muted. But not only did Park Lane have good years, they had 3 of the best years they've ever had was during and after COVID. So they were very, very successful in pivoting and providing a whole new side of the business. So many of our stylists today strictly do business online. We have a lot of stylists who have family obligations, and perhaps their partner's out of town and works out of town all week, and they can't really do in-home shows. They have really taken their business entirely online. Many of us do a hybrid form of it. We have this great business online, and yet we're able to go out and still do some live in-person things. And so you have the choices there, and we have all the training that gets to go with that. So that's another really important factor here, because if you're here and you haven't signed up, you've probably heard about the opportunity before. Somebody has probably presented it to you and said, gee, this sounds like something I might want to do at some point, but something is holding you back. And we all are held back by things, by fears. And I think the number one fear is that, will I be able to do that? I see all these girls being really successful in doing it, and I know they are every age and every ethnicity and every size woman, every level of education. We have doctors and lawyers. We have girls that never graduated from high school. But can I do it? Will I have the personality or the ability to do this business and to really create a good business for myself? Well, I'm here to tell you that you will never be doing this business alone. We are here to walk alongside you and help you achieve that success. I remember one of the very first trainings I was at, and it was with Jennifer Bond, who is one of the top people in Park Lane. She was giving us all this information. We kept asking questions. And of course, we were all trained jewelers from other companies, and we were coming into Park Lane and we were excited to get going. And we kept asking questions, basically saying, who's going to pay for that? And what costs do we incur? And finally, she stopped us all. And she said, ladies, Park Lane's objective is to keep your commissions in your pockets. Wow, I had never heard that before. I was so blown away and so impressed, and that has stayed with me since my very first day at Park Lane, that they are going to provide with us the tools and the opportunity to keep the commissions that we make in our pocket. And they're going to do it through programs that they're going to offer us. And they're going to offer specials for our customers. And they're going to offer a great hostess plan to be able to, for us to continue to get people to come in and want to do jewelry business with us. And they're going to guarantee this beautiful jewelry. They're going to really be designer inspired. So all of these things together just spell success. But remember, first and foremost, you've got to give it a try. If you don't try, the answer is always, you can't do it, simply because you're not. And so I really encourage all of you tonight, if you've been thinking about it, take the plunge. The plunge is a $99 commitment, and that is it. $99 gets you an entire year of our website, which includes a great back office, which will give you all your customer information. It's a great place for your customers to go and shop. It provides you with lots of tools for other aspects of your business and being able to track things. And that's included in that. In addition, you're going to be able to pick out $500 in jewelry that you get to pick out. So you're going to start with a little bit of jewelry for $99. Now, there are two other packages, and one is $239, and you get $1,000 worth of jewelry. And that's probably our most popular package because it does give you a few more pieces to be able to start your business with. But if $99 is all you can afford and where you can start, there are so many ways to earn free samples and get and box without having to invest additional money. And we'd all be able to share that with you. And then we have a top line where you can get $2,000 in free jewelry that you get to pick out as well. And that is $439. So there are different levels to get in, but they start as low as $99. I am sure you could go through your house right now and find $99 worth of stuff to sell on Facebook Marketplace to be able to come into Park Lane Jewelry, to have your own business in Park Lane Jewelry. And the best time to start this business is now. Because 6 months from now, you're going to say, oh, I wish I would have started it 6 months ago. And a year from now, you're going to say, wow, I should have started this a year from now or a year ago. I started Park Lane, I started in the jewelry business, and my biggest regret always has been, why didn't I do this when my children were little? Why didn't I have this alongside of raising my children? It is the perfect business. You can do it as little or as much as you want. We have no quotas. There is no inventory that you have to carry. So you can stop and start your business along the way. And it's perfect for every phase of life that you're in. Do you have little ones at home and little toddlers and bambinos and you love being a mom, but having some adult time would really, really touch your soul? Then this could be for you. And make a little cash on the side too. Wouldn't a few extra dollars in everybody's pocketbook right now be really welcome? Or perhaps you're at that really busy stage in life where you are shuttling kids and you're running everywhere. Then you decide and you limit exactly when and where you will do your shows and what opportunities you will take advantage of, because you are the driver of your business. Remember, we are going to be alongside you, but you are the one who decides how much and when you are going to do your business. That is the beauty of this. And so let's leap ahead to those college years. You're helping provide some extra income for the family. Maybe you're paying for something for your kids for college, or you're doing some other additional things. And then you come to my part in life, and I am an empty nester. My children are adult children, and they're gone from the nest. So I have the ability to do lives every night if I want to, without the interruption of my family. I can host events at my house without having to kick kids out and worry about schedules. So I am in a perfect place, and I can do much more business than I was ever able to do earlier when I had a lot of obligations in a lot of directions. So it is the beauty of what we do. It gives you the flexibility, and flexibility is probably even more important than financial need when people look at our business. Because if it's a financial need that has to be met, flexibility is what you have to have in order to meet those needs. Because you probably have a full-time job, you have a family and a community, and probably your church group, and lots of obligations in your life. But choose something like this that would be fun. We have just such a great time interacting and meeting so many new people. And I've listened to a couple of the other people who've given these talks, and they do talk about the growth of what you become when you do this. When I look back at many years ago when I first started, I would never dream of coming on and doing a presentation. I was terrified of getting up in front of a group of women at any show in their homes. I used to sit there and think, oh, please God, let this show be over. And I watched myself grow and become confident and understand and know they are women just like me. And they're going to accept me into their lives and find the joy and fun in the jewelry that I sell, and the opportunity of what it can bring to them, whether it's merely entertaining their girlfriends for something in their home, whether it's giving back to a charity. Do you know that Park Lane has a great fundraising program? That if you have any 501c3 organization that you are involved with or give heavily to, that we can do a fundraiser for them, and Park Lane will give 50% of all of those sales directly to that charity. But you know what else is really exciting for us? That other 50%, we get our full commission. So we're going to get paid to do that fabulous fundraiser for you and your charity. So it is the perfect business plan. It really fills all the needs of everyone, and everyone wins with Park Lane. So I love it that we make a beautiful product for our customers who adore the quality of the jewelry. In fact, I had a show a couple of weeks ago, and I was just tickled. The hostess had a sister who lived in Florida, and she bought 5 pieces of jewelry. She bundled them, got a great deal. She was thrilled. And when the jewelry arrived, she contacted me. She said, oh my gosh, Deb, this is beautiful jewelry. I can't believe it. And she was so inspired that she went on the Facebook site and she said, this jewelry is so unbelievable. I didn't expect it to be this pretty. And all I could think of was, you mean you bought 5 pieces of jewelry and you didn't think it would be pretty? And I know she thought it would be pretty, but I think she was just excited at the quality and of the jewelry. And I hope that all of our customers know and understand that we stand behind that we as stylists, we have been given the tools to help them to take care of problems that arise or something that doesn't work for them. We have 4 solid months that if you're not happy with something, you can return it for absolutely any reason and get it replaced for another piece. And so I tell customers, wear it out and see if it is too heavy. If you've worn it 2 or 3 times and you say it's too heavy, let's get something else. Or if it's just not quite right, or if it gets ground up in the garbage disposal because your daughter was doing the dishes and she was being careless and it went down and your favorite necklace got ground up and you just bought it 2 weeks ago. Park Lane, they're not asking questions. It is unconditional. I love that. As a stylist, they make me look really good. When I tell that to a customer, they think that I am their goddess, their queen. But bottom line, it is Park Lane. It stands behind me. And I love the idea that I have a company that stands behind a great product. So not only is it very fashionable, highly inspired by top-end designers, and I also love posting online things that show people what the inspiration was, because those inspiration pieces are thousands of dollars, and yet they can get a Park Lane piece very comparable for $30 or $70. So It's just a great experience. And we have so much fun offering it to ladies and getting to know everyone. The group that we all belong to is called Team Sparkle. And we are a team that is across the entire nation. We have stylists that are in California all the way across to the East Coast. We have stylists from the tip of Florida all the way up to the top of Minnesota. So we are from all over. And like I said before, we are from all walks of life. But I have never met so many incredible women with so much talent. And here is the beauty of what we do. Not only will we walk beside you and make sure you're successful, the tools that we will use, the programs that are already in place to onboard individuals will make it really, you able to be successful in this life. But we have so much talent. We have girls that are great at graphics. We have girls that just come on and are so polished and show us the latest technology and how to use things and how to create a new show and what we should do differently. And this has stopped working, so let's try this. And we share it. We share it willingly and often. There is so much training available. There should never be a reason that someone says, I'm not able to succeed because I just don't know how to do something. The information is there. The programs are there. The people behind the scenes are there as well. Because you don't just get one person when you have somebody who sponsors you into Park Lane. You get her entire upline. And we willingly welcome you into the team that you're on, and we encourage you. I never thought I was someone who really needed the recognition factor to be important to me, because I've always worked hard, and I know when I work hard and if I'm successful, I know that I can just say that's why I succeeded, because I did the work. There's nothing like having this great group of women behind you cheering you on, and those unexpected surprises and compliments and recognitions that come up, that somebody says, you not only did a good job, you did a great job. And so we all need that. We all need that little pick-me-up. We all need that pat on the back. We work hard as women. We work so hard. We are moms. We are neighbors. We are wives. We are sisters. We are community people. We are volunteers in our churches. We do everything in our lives, and we welcome that willingly. But every once in a while, a great little pat on the back is so fun. And believe me, Park Lane excels at that. There are so many opportunities for that. So we've talked about the people that are in Premier and where they've come from and how great they are, and the product that we sell and why that is spectacular. It's guaranteed, it's beautiful, it's designer inspired. Our hostesses have great plans. But really, for us as stylists, it is the programs that are in place for us. We have something called RRC, which is our Rich Rewards Club, and it is one of probably the most effective programs that I've seen in any company. It allows us to earn free jewelry up to $1,000 every single month, just simply for doing our job. So if you're a brand new stylist and you came in with that $99 package because that's all you could afford, and you want more than $500 worth of jewelry, then you're going to work hard alongside the people that are supporting you, and you're going to achieve that first level of RRC. And you know what? You're going to get some free jewelry. So you're going to be able to add some sample pieces to your collection without having to pay out of pocket. And if you follow the programs that we have in place for you, by continuing to do shows, by booking a show, at a show, and being able to constantly move forward, you'll be able to earn the other levels of our RC, our Rich Rewards program, and get other jewelry to add to that collection. Now, once you've got a collection in place, I have a lot of jewelry. I still love the RRC because I'm not using it as samples anymore. I'm using it as giveaways. I'm going on to my VIP groups and I'm sharing giveaways. I'm encouraging people to host a show by getting these brand new Tulum earrings in addition to all their hostess benefits. And you know what? That's not coming out of my commission. That's not coming out of my pocket. Just like Jennifer Bond told me my first day in Park Lane, Park Lane is providing that for me. So just like tonight, and here's the little mystery behind this, we're going to give away a necklace tonight. and every Wednesday night. Is somebody paying for that necklace? No, they're getting it as part of the RRC program. So I can't tell you how wonderful that is. And some of you are probably thinking, well, that's great, but I can only use so much jewelry. Is there anything else in it? We have some great financial perks as well. There are cash bonuses that go along with this. Our commission structure is anywhere from 30 to 50%. 30% coming in is above industry standard, actually. But you can earn 2% or 5%. Some girls earn it the first month that they're in. So it's very easy to achieve and progress with Park Lane and earn additional commissions. Now, in my last company, if I had great months and I sponsored people, I would go up. But as soon as I did it, I would fall back and I would have to climb up again. In Park Lane, you never go backwards. If you come in at 30 and you achieve a 35% commission, no matter what your months look like, because remember we said that this is going to fit in and out of your life, no matter what that looks like, you are always going to earn at least 35%. So I love that part. It is such a reward for hard work that's done, and other circumstances aren't going to take that away from you. But you still have to work it to get the benefit of that 35%. So Park Lane is no fool. They're saying, I'm going to let you keep that 35%. So go out and get some more money. And we do, because it's in place for us. So when those crises arrive, we have, I call it a business in a box. I take my jewelry and I go and I share it with ladies. And I come home with cash in my pocket. There is no other business where you decide how much money you're going to make, when you're going to make it, and what time you have to devote to it. So take a look at your life. I've listened to lots of other stylists talk about their lives, and they joined it when they thought they couldn't add anything else to their life. We always find time for something that's important in our lives. And I feel that if you join us and you start it now, give us a shot. Give us the summer. What a great summer job. Let me just say this. There's no summer job out there that you could make $30, $40, $50 an hour. And I'm not saying that you will. I'm saying that you can. And that's entirely up to you. But there is not another job that you can say that. When you're punching someone else's time clock, you're earning that money for them, but you're getting a very fixed income. I love the idea that I can decide how much I'm going to make and how much time I have to put into it and when I'm going to make it. It is absolutely the best formula on earth. And the idea that it can come and go, the idea that it fits into the nooks and crannies of your life, make it such a doable, long business that you can have. So anyway, so enough said about that. And so that's some of our programs. In addition to the RRC, which gives us cash bonuses and jewelry bonuses, we also have a Mercedes car program. So you could earn a $700 car payment every month. You can also decide to take it as a cash payment, and it's $500. If you decide, I don't want a Mercedes, you could just use it as a cash payment. You could use it for a car payment, or you could use it to pay for groceries or go on your next vacation. And speaking of vacations, Park Lane not offers the opportunity to earn one vacation a year. They offer the opportunity to offer two. And unlike other companies that your whole team is involved in the sales volume that you have to achieve to earn these trips, Park Lane is very wise once again. They set it up so it's only the new people that you bring on board during that sale, during that time that we're trying to achieve those goals. So the girl who has a team of 85, or the girl who signed up yesterday and sponsored her sister, you are in the same boat. So it's really an equal playing field for everyone. Everyone starts at ground zero. So the trips are truly achievable for anyone who really wants to put the time and effort into doing that. But to think that you could earn 2 vacations a year, do you take 2 vacations a year now? Maybe not. And wouldn't you love somebody else to pay for 2 additional vacations that you could have? I think it's a win-win for everyone. Park Lane just keeps on giving. There's so many things that we could talk about, but I want to be conscious of your time. We've talked about how much it costs to get in, so it's very affordable. It should not stop anyone from getting in. And the best things about Park Lane are the support that we get. We get it from the company. We get it from the team that brought us into the company. We get it from all the other stylists all over the country. I have met some incredible women that are so good at this business and taught me so many things that have helped me in my business. The product it speaks for itself. It is absolutely beautiful and it is guaranteed. Our hostesses get a great plan. Most of my hostesses get about $400 in free jewelry. I always tell them when someone wants to do a show, our goal is to get you to 400. So hang on, honey, I'm going to show you how to do it and we're going to get there. And I'm always excited for them when they do. And the beauty of that is when they're asking their friends to come and shop, they're asking their friends to come get a deal. Because we have all these great deals out there for everyone 365 days of the year. And then they're always throwing extra bonuses in with our traditional sale. So it is just an incredible, I call it our bundling package. That's why if you've ever been on an event, we always ask you not to look at prices, just send us a list of the stuff you love. And if we can make it happen, we will. We will bundle it together and tell you to add something or take something out to make it work so you can get the greatest possible combination of pieces at the best price, because that is our job. We call it magic math. We are truly magicians, and actually we aren't the magicians, Park Lane is, but they give us those tools and it makes us look good. And lastly, it's that flexibility that is so important in all of our lives. And the idea that we can put it on pause, we can ramp it up as much as we want during certain seasons of our lives. We have a lot of teachers that do this. So during the summer, I am sure their business is a lot bigger simply because they have more time to devote to it. And maybe this is their summer income. Maybe they've decided this is XYZ, I want to earn this much money. And they can do that because remember, you are the one that decides how much you're going to make. And don't ever ask, well, how much can I make? It's how much you want to put into this business. And we have such great systems in place that if you simply come in and are open to learning and sharing and doing what we do, you will be successful. And we will help you get there and reach your goals. And along the way, we will be your cheerleaders and cheering you on. It is such a great business. And jewelry has been the #1 gift selling item in the past, and it will continue to be. Every woman loves jewelry, and if she doesn't love it for herself, she loves to give it as a gift. And Park Lane is a very special jewelry to give because it has beautiful, high-quality pieces. So thanks for joining us tonight and hearing all about Park Lane and what we have to offer. And I'm hoping that some of you go back to the stylist that invited you and have a further conversation. But let me just say this, do it now. Do it if there's anything that you ever want to try, do it now. You'll never know if you can do it or if you'll be successful unless you try now. And we have all the tools in place to make you successful. And I'll also tell you why now is a great time. Do it for summer when you could be out playing and you could go to the playground with your toddlers and your young children. They could be on there and the moms can be at the picnic table looking at your beautiful jewelry. You could do it online at night after the kids go to bed. You can do it live in person at happy hour when you can sneak away from the kids. It's the perfect time. And then when the holiday season rolls up, you have something already in place that you know how to do. You've already got a client base built up, and surprise, we get a whole new line of jewelry in to offer to them. So Park Lane just supports us and keeps it going and rolling. There is no bad time to join. There is always a time for jewelry. Right now, we just passed Mother's Day. We are headed into graduations, family reunions, class reunions, girls. You don't want to show up at your class reunion with outdated accessories. They are the #1 thing to make you look old if you have outdated accessories. So for the woman who tells me, oh, I have too many accessories, She needs to have the right ones, because if you're wearing outdated clothing and accessories, it will age you. And if there's some place where you want to be hot, it's at your class reunion. So lots and lots of opportunities. There's always great sales that Park Lane will be behind us for Memorial Day and Labor Day and 4th of July. We've offered free shipping from time to time, which I think is a fabulous thing. It's a great way to send a $22 pair of earring to your best friend and just say, I miss you. And would these look great on you? I think it's a perfect time. It's a perfect time to pick up that piece of Park Lane that you forgot to get in your last order, but you don't want to pay shipping. So I love it when we sprinkle those free shipping days. So pay attention to your stylist, and you're probably already in a VIP group, because she's going to tell you about those great events and hook you in on some of those. And it's all of those things that keep our customers coming back to us. So I hope you've all had a great night. I've talked a little bit too long. I always do. But thanks for coming and listening to what I had to say about Park Lane. And I'm hoping to see some of you in our groups and at our trainings, because there is no better time to start than now. I have put a link in the chat that you need to go to. Copy that chat. I will also, if you're style, I will also send it to anybody I see on here that's from me. And it's a very short survey. It's like 5 questions. And the only person that's seeing it is the person that sent you here, your stylist. So you're not going to be spammed to death with everything else. And it's basically a question of, where do you stand? Do you like the idea of Park Lane? Are you thinking about joining? Would you rather just stay a customer and a hostess? Or would you like more information to say yes? You will need a password for that survey, and the password is NOW, N-O-W. There is no better time to do Park Lane than now. And you are the one that gets to decide how little or how much you do it, how often, how much jewelry you want to get. And let me just tell you, that's a huge perk. Don't we all love walking around in jewelry? And this is my business card. I really no longer even buy business cards. When I am out and about, I'm chatting with people about what their jewelry they're wearing. And of course, they're always commenting on my jewelry. And so it's the perfect introduction to be able to talk about your business and share it, because women love great jewelry, and Park Lane's is fabulous. So good night, a final good night. Remember, the password is NOW. Don't forget to copy that link and go right in now. It's 5 questions. It won't take you long, because that is the drawing that they're going to do for the free necklace. And even if you were just here for the free necklace, that's okay. We want you to have some of our information to share it with somebody that you know. Somebody who says, I need a flexible job. I need more income. I just lost my job. My husband just lost his. They're raising our rent. I can't afford groceries. We've got too much credit card debt. We all hear these things. As women, we share that information. And so I would like all of you to keep us in mind. If it's not you, then who? We welcome all of you into the family of Park Lane. Good night for now, and I'm hoping to see many of you later. Bye-bye.